Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ronka and I hope you all are doing well. So today's video is going to be aligned to my travel content, and I'm going to be talking about my top 6 essential travel items. So these are the 6 items that I pretty much take with me whenever I travel anywhere. Like, there are some of them that I actually use on a regular day-to-day basis, but the majority of these items are items that I take with me just about every single place that I travel to. It's really hard for me to forget them behind, just because it's so ingrained in me to travel with them, or like they impact my travel experience that much that it's hard for me to not travel with them, if that makes sense. This is not an exhaustive list, and there are items, of course, that I'm not including on this list, like a cell phone. For me, it is important to take a cell phone. I don't care if you're taking a walk around the block, you can take your phone with you, because you just never know what's gonna happen, and it's always good to have a fully charged cell phone that you can use should an emergency arise. So I'm not including a cell phone. I'm not including like travel documentation, whether it's a license or a passport. I'm not gonna include, you know, cash, credit card, all those things, because you probably should have some kind of funding for yourself when you're going on a trip. Even if it's fully funded, you need to have something just in case. So this is my list, so it's particular to me, but I wanted to share this because I think for some people, if they either haven't traveled frequently, or maybe they're just looking for different ways to kind of improve some aspects of travel, I really think some of these items could do it. So I would say my number 1 absolute travel essential has got to be this right here. This is my Anker. It is a portable charger. If you look on this side of it, there are 2 charger ports for a USB, so you can connect a USB, I don't know what the name of the end is, but you would connect like the USB end of it here, and then you can connect the charger port to your phone, whatever kind of phone you have. And then this is a regular USB input, not the USB-C ones. I forget what the other one is called, but this is the regular USB input, and you can use it to charge this. So for me, the reason why I like travel, why I absolutely love traveling with this, is because you never want to be anywhere without a phone that's dead. Like, it doesn't serve a purpose, especially if you're in another country and you're not familiar with where you are. You can't just stop willy-nilly to charge your phone, or if you know you're going to be on the go. This is something that's great to have, because for me, I can usually just kind of slide this in my crossbody bag or in my book bag, and I have it with me so that if I need it, I'm good to go. I also actually tend to use it, you know, if I'm traveling on like a plane that doesn't have any outlets and my phone's about to die, I can charge it on the plane. I definitely would suggest that if you're going to be traveling somewhere out of the country where the outlets are different, or if you're going to be traveling somewhere where you know you're going to be out and about quite a bit, I would probably recommend getting a portable charger that can hold multiple charges, just so you know, you're a little bit more secure. Because if it's just one charge and your phone is already like about to die 1/3 or 1/4 of the way through the day, it's still not going to necessarily make that much of an impact, versus if you have something like this that holds 4 charges. My next item would have to be my water bottle. So this is a Camelback Chute. It's a 1 liter. This is my ride or die, okay? This water bottle has been through some things. I mean, the amount of times I've dropped it, etc., etc., it's been through some things, and it's still holding. What I love most about this water bottle in particular is that I have the ones with the screw cap, so it just opens. It's not like a straw, because I have found out that those are actually pretty hard to clean, especially like if you want to like clean it. It's pretty hard to do that. So I really like this one because it's a lot easier to clean. I can just kind of scrub all the pieces, and it's not like trying to get inside the straw. It's easier for me to have just 1 bottle that is a 1 liter bottle that I can fill up. And so on a typical day, I probably will drink at least like 2.5 of these on a typical good day. Sometimes I can get up to 3. But when I travel, because I am not at home, for me, it's also easier to kind of keep track of how much water I'm drinking, because if I know I filled it up in the morning and maybe I'm getting back to the hotel, wherever I'm staying at in the evening, and I've already finished at least this, then I know I've at least drinking 1 liter of water, and I can start working towards the 2nd liter of water that I'm drinking. So I really like traveling with a water bottle. And you know, obviously this is a reusable water bottle, so it's also good for the environment, because you know, when you're going to different countries, you don't necessarily know how they are with recyclables and all those things. So for me, this just kind of takes 1 extra step of thought out of it for me. The 3rd item that I love to take with me whenever I travel is my journal. For me, I have found that whenever I travel with my journal and I create the time to actually sit and reflect, it's a much more fulfilling trip. It doesn't matter if it's a resort weekend with girls, or if it's a vacation, or if it's a solo trip. It gives me the opportunity to kind of disconnect from my environment, disconnect from regular life, regular responsibilities, and to be able to focus a little bit more about myself. And you know, it's good, because I think a lot of times when I travel, I like history, I like culture. So I think that kind of exposure to those things gets my mind to think a little bit differently. And when I reflect, I just find that, you know, I can just kind of pour myself out. I think I am a bit more of an I won't say I'm necessarily like artistic, like I cannot paint or draw to save my life. But I definitely think I do have some artistic or creative tendencies that are ignited or activated when I'm traveling. So I definitely always love taking a journal. Because I take a journal, I always also have a pen. And pens are useful because if you're traveling and you're on a plane, or you are crossing borders, or whatever the situation might be, typically you do have to fill out customs or declaration forms, or, you know, there might be the need to use a pen. And do not be borrowing pens from nobody, okay? Because if COVID has taught us anything, is that you need to mind your business and mind your items. So make sure you take a pen with you when you're traveling as well. The next item on my list is an umbrella. Okay. So I went to school in Pittsburgh, and if there's anything I learned about going to school in Pittsburgh, is that you can't trust the weather, okay? Because it will tell you it's not gonna rain, and it rains. Whenever I travel, I usually take either this, or I have another compact umbrella. It's just a small black one that's a little bit more compact than this. And I usually take them to travel. What I really like about this one, I'm not gonna open it like full out, but I don't know if you can tell, but it opens up pretty wide. I mean, it easily can cover like at least me and one other person. You know, I think one thing that I found is that really wherever you go, like it rains in a lot of different places. If you're going somewhere, that's probably making a lot of noise, but it rains in a lot of places. If you're going somewhere tropical, it's gonna rain. If you're going somewhere that's more temperate, that maybe has like the 4 seasons, it can rain. If you're going somewhere that is, you know, a little bit more cold, it can rain in a lot of different places. And so for me, an umbrella is something that's just important to have, because there are rain there, you know, there's like the light drizzle where if you're in a tropical climate, oh, this is cute, I can, you know, still be outside. And then there's rain that starts and you're already out and you need to make your way back in, but it's raining pretty bad and you don't have an umbrella and there's no Ubers around. There's those rains. The 5th item that I have on my list is a laundry bag. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's a laundry bag. So this is actually a mesh laundry bag. It's not like the nylon ones. This is a mesh one. Typically when I travel, I'm not the type of person that like hangs all of my clothes in the closet of wherever I'm going to, because I don't know how they cleaned it. So unless I clean it myself, I'm not hanging my stuff up there. And so for me, this helps me to make sure that I can keep my clean clothes and dirty clothes separate. What I typically will do is, most suitcases kind of have like a partition that partitions one side off. And what I'll do is I'll put my dirty clothes on one side, put my clean clothes on the other. I would definitely recommend that everyone has a laundry bag. And you know, if you don't get like a laundry bag, just at least have some kind of system or way to keep clean and dirty clothes separate. You know, if you're going to some kind of function, whether it's a concert or party, some kind of outdoor concert, whatever it is, wherever you're going to, you probably don't want to get your sweaty clothes mixed in with your clean clothes. If you're going hiking or something else, you also don't want to get your dirty clothes mixed in with clean. So for me, I love having just a laundry bag just because I can keep things separate. My last item is 70% isopropyl alcohol, okay? I love traveling with this. People that travel with me know that I generally, I won't say I'm a germaphobe, but I don't trust nothing, okay? I don't trust no surfaces. I don't trust stuff. I always take this with me, and I might just take wipes as an addition, but it helps me to, it just gives me a little sense of calm and peace and everything. Generally, when I get to a hotel or when I get to an Airbnb, what I typically do first, spray down, honey, we ain't playing with that. Spray all the handles, spray all the light knobs. I spray everything, like everything that's like the, you know, the commonly touched surfaces. If there's a remote there, like if there's a TV there, I wipe the TV remote. If there's an alarm clock, I wipe the alarm clock. I wipe everything before I start touching anything with my own hands. And this was even before coronavirus. I've been doing this for like the last 2-3 years because I just don't trust stuff. I also like traveling with this because, you know, God forbid you fall, you scrape something, you can also use it for yourself, which is good. And then if I have, like, let's say I'm using a makeup brush and I drop it, I would probably just spray it with this and then wash it. Those are all the items that I travel with. This is not meant to be some super long checklist for everyone to kind of walk through all the items that they travel with. If you travel with an item that works for you and it is useful for you, like I said, let me know. But these are the items that are the most useful and the most important for me to travel with. I hope you all enjoyed. If you have any additional items to list, please put them in the comment box. If you have any thoughts about any of the items, or if you have any suggestions on maybe things I can do to make the items a little bit better, please let me know that as well. As always, please like and subscribe and share with others who you think might benefit from this. All right, guys, it was very nice chatting with you, and I'll see you some other time. Bye.